Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Felicia Mesadieu, your guide to help you design the best version of you by looking and feeling your best. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make clip-ins. This is a video that I have been promising for a very long time now, and I'm just now getting around to it. I will be using Ollie Julia hair. If you ladies watch me frequently, then you would know that I consistently wear Ollie Julia hair, and I have some clip-ins here that I have made myself. This is what it looks like. And what I'm going to do at the end of the video is just show you how to apply one of these in your hair. But then I have a separate video where I'm going to be showing you how I apply a full head of hair with clip-ins. Now, if you watch me frequently, then you see me do it all the time. But this time I'm really excited because I have longer lengths of hair. And I really wanted to have like a super long, dramatic, full head of hair. Like I wanted really long hair. So this here is 24 inches of hair, but I also have 26 inches that I'm going to be installing. So this is going to be a two-part video. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how I make my clip-ins just like this. It's very simple to do. I've seen people do it several ways. I kind of do it my own way. This works for me. It's simple. It's not professional. It's really just a DIY, so I make it work. And my hair is healthy still, as you can see. But yeah, I'm going to show you how I actually attach one at the end of the video. And then I'm going to show you the thread that I use. I'm going to show you the clips that I use and the needle that I use. Let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. I'm going to start by showing you everything I'll be using to create my DIY clip-ins. I'll be using this Ollie Julia Brazilian curly hair. I'll be using these large wig clips. Next, I'll be using a needle, and then I'll also be using thread. These were purchased at Sally's beauty supply store. I'll also be using a pair of scissors. Taking the hair, I will be laying it out flat to measure how much I want to cut off for my custom DIY clip-ins. I like to do this two ways. The first way is to take the hair, lay it flat. I like to eye the hair, and I'll just take the hair, I'll measure it against my scalp, then I'll lay it down flat and I'll cut off the necessary amount of hair that I need in order to make my custom clip-in extensions. The second way that I like to do it is by taking a custom clip-in extension that I've already made, and then I will lay that flat, then place the new hair, the version hair that I'm going to use to make a new clip-in extension, and I will lay the new version hair on top of the clip-in extensions that I've already made, and I'll measure it out the amount that I need to make a custom extension, and then I will cut off the necessary amount needed. Next, I'll be taking the thread and needle, and I will place the thread in the eye of the needle. This part can be a little tedious, so I try to be very focused and patient when I'm doing this. It's also easier if I dampen the end of the thread first before placing it through the eye of the needle. Once I see the thread peeking through the eye of the needle, I will pull the thread through the eye about 4 or 5 inches. This is the end of the thread that will remain unknotted. And then I'll just begin to cut the thread from the thread spool. And next I'll double knot the thread around the needle. And this helps to secure the thread around the needle as you're stitching the clip-ins on the weft of the extensions. Next, I will begin to sew on the wig clip to the extension. I find that the best wig clips are the larger ones. These clip-ins feel more secure once you clip them into your hair, and they're also very sturdy. And I also find that it's easier to clip on your hair and to clip it off. It's just way more easier than using the smaller wig clips. Next, I'll be sewing the clip-ins along the edge of the lining on the weft of the extension. Placing the clip so the comb teeth are facing up and the rubber strip is against the lining, making sure the long edge of the clip lines up with the edge of the lining of the weft. I can't stress enough how important it is to make sure that the wig clip is stitched facing up, with the teeth facing up, because if you stitch the clip on backwards, it's really annoying to unstitch everything and to take all the threads out and have to start over. And then also, if you stitch it on backwards, you're not going to be able to clip on the extensions to your hair. So it's very important that you make sure you're stitching on the clip-ins the correct way. I will be stitching through the lining, inserting the thread in the needles through each hole in the clip. There are several holes on this clip, but I try to focus on stitching the threads through the holes that are on the top. So I just focus on the top holes, and I find that this works to secure the clip, to secure the threads in the clip. I just thread each of the top holes about 3 to 4 times to make sure the clips are secure. This is also a very tedious process, so I try my best to be very patient during this part. And usually I like to have something playing in the background, like music, or I'm watching YouTube in the background. But then also just making sure I'm focused on what I'm doing so that I don't poke my fingers or anything with the needle. I'm also very gentle when I'm pulling the needles through the holes, because sometimes the needle can get stuck through the threads in the holes. And I just want to be I like to be very gentle. That way I don't break the needle, because that has happened to me before. And also, there's going to be a lot of hair, like stringy hair, that gets in the way of the while you're sewing. So you just have to kind of brush that hair out of the way, move that hair out of the way so it doesn't get stuck while you're trying to stitch the thread in the needle. So every time that hair gets in the way, just move it out of the way so it's not a distraction and so it doesn't mess up your stitch work. Once I'm finished threading each hole, I will begin to secure the thread by stitching it through the weft of the extension. And then I will cut off the remaining thread and any random threads just hanging from the weft of the extension. And I just repeat that process about 2 to 3 times. I like to sew at least 2 to 3 clips on my extensions. And I like to make sure I have a wig clip on each end of the extension. And I'll put one in the middle depending on how long the extension is, if I feel like I need one in the middle, and then also depending on if I have enough wig clips to do it. And this is what my extension looks like once I have completed it. Now I'm just going to give you a little quick mini tutorial of how I attach the clip-ins to my hair. I just start by parting the hair. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I clip the extension onto the hair a few centimeters away from the scalp. I just make sure that it's secure, and voila, it is done. Easy peasy, simple as pie. And there you have it, DIY custom clip-in extensions. Alright, I will have a follow-up video showing you how I do a full head of extensions. So thank you so much for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe so you can see more videos like this. Don't forget to comment, like, and share, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!